Hi, I'm Rita Cook, and I'm here with Lynn Baxley again this week. Last week we talked about some of the problems in Ferris with the animal control. This week we're going to talk about solutions. Lynn, what do you think, since you're on the Animal Control Advisory Board? I think you're a very good person to talk about this.
Sure. Well, it's actually kind of simple, in procedure. It's number one, you have to have laws in place. Number one. Number two, you have to enforce those laws, and laws being registration of animals, make sure that your animals are registered with the city, follow that code. Then the animal ACO, Animal Control Officer, we should have, is going to make sure that those are enforced along with law enforcement. Now, personally, I know it differs. Some cities have an Animal Control Officer underneath Public Works. Some people have them under the Police Department. I personally think it's better in the Police Department because they're going to get the support quicker and interact more with law enforcement.
Okay.
Citations can be issued either by animal control under code enforcement or by police department, police officers. And then after that, if the dogs need to be seized, then they can be seized, taken to the shelter. I think truly, if you really want to stop the problem, you need to have a grassroots campaign to spay and neuter dogs, so if and when they do get out, they're not going to cause litters that are unwanted, causing the problem to get even bigger. But hopefully the new city council, and we are hoping, when I say new city council comes in, then they're going to look at spay and neuter laws for the city of Ferris.
And that also includes cats, because last week we had a woman from Forgotten Ferals here, and that's also a problem around Ellis County. It's not just in Ferris, but Ferris seems to have a problem with their animal shelter, and you are very close to this city, so you're aware of what's going on. So, and the other thing is, too, you're on the advisory board, but have you had a meeting?
Well, as far as I know, for those of you watching, a little bit of difficulty. As far as I know, I may be the only person, which, so I've had a meeting with myself, maybe, I don't know. I have tried to call, in all fairness, I have tried to call the city several times. Tried to call the head of Public Works, Scott Metcalf. His phone almost never works. Like it didn't several months ago, but it did work when the police chief called him at night. It just didn't work for me when I called him before I was on the Animal Advisory Board. You would think that I would get higher up on his phone list, but we are able to text every now and then, so that's good. So yeah, I don't know if there's any more. I hope there is. And if you're out there in Ferris land, contact me so we can have a meeting and try to do something, okay?
Right, because this was actually a ordinance that passed in 1989, and we're in 2019, and so it's 20 years of no animal advisory board, and it just, granted, the city manager only started 2 years ago. That's still 2 years of not having an advisory board, and I think it's very important. And thank you for coming on and letting us know what we can do as citizens here to make sure that the animals are taken care of. I'm Rita Cook.
Call the city. Let them know what we want to do, okay?
What's the number?
The City Hall number? Don't know it offhand, but it's in Ferris.
Okay. Thank you, Lynn.
You bet.